Welcome to this week's Fastest Minute in Construction. I'm Nate Beck, Daily Reporter staff writer. Let's dig into the news. The Ho-Chunk Nation this week unveiled plans for a major expansion to its casino in Madison. The project would triple the size of the casino's gaming floor and add a hotel and parking structure to the tribe's 45-acre property on the east end of Madison. The proposal follows years of planning and heads before city officials, who will consider a zoning change next week. Plans for Madison expansion are evolving after the Ho-Chunk's slow-moving plan to build a casino in Beloit recently showed signs of progress. Federal officials held a public hearing on that plan in December and could issue a final decision on the environmental effects of the project this spring. It's possible that the two projects could overlap with each other. The Ho-Chunk Nation's tribal government will ultimately decide whether to pursue the Beloit project, the Madison project, or both. UW-Madison officials are blaming a deep freeze last week and a rapid thaw shortly after for water pipes that burst in 28 buildings on the university's campus. The bulk of the damage was in UW-Madison's Vilas Hall and its chemistry building. Pipes burst in the middle of the night last weekend and the leaks weren't discovered for hours, causing a significant amount of flooding. A campus spokesperson said it wasn't immediately clear if water pipes that burst in the first floor, basement, and sub-basement of the chemistry building would affect ongoing construction there. Crews broke ground last spring on a $133 million renovation and expansion of the aging building. An overhaul of Racine County's water infrastructure forges ahead in advance of Foxconn's project in Mount Pleasant, with nearly $10 million in work heading to bid soon. The largest of the two projects up for bid would rework Mount Pleasant's Spring Street water transmission line at an estimated cost of $7.2 million. Another job would rework the Lewis-Sorensen Road transmission line for an estimated $2.2 million. Bids close on both projects at the end of February. It's another step in a major overhaul of the county's water system that's needed to accommodate the millions of gallons of water that Foxconn's planned factory is expected to pull from Lake Michigan every day. In all, public officials expect to spend $120 million on water infrastructure upgrades. That's it for this week's punch list. We'll see you next week.